In this video, let's address principle number 11 of Napoleon Hill's Principles of Success, which is to master your subconscious and lead it towards positivity, because positive thinking will help you become more successful and more productive. According to his findings, now, I'm not a psychologist, so the thing that I know is how to control your subconscious through controlling your conscious. Your conscious will lead your subconscious, and that's the case with affirmations, which I'm not going to cover here because we covered it earlier. So first of all, you are what you eat and consume. What I mean by that is all the news today, TV, current events are so often bad, negative, anger evoking, and almost addictive to a point. People get addicted to it without realizing they're addicted. They just keep clicking and watching and clicking and watching, and it does terrible things to people that I've known and I've seen. What I would recommend is to drastically limit exposure to news, current events, and negative social media. You still want to be a part of that in a way because you want to know what's going on, but you want to be very protective of your mind, because it will lead you in the exact wrong direction where you should be. You've maybe experienced it yourself, or you've seen others that instead of doing their work, which is the only thing they need to be doing anyway to get to their goals, people click on the negative articles, get in arguments with people in the comments, or read the comments and get angry, or make enemies instead of friends on social media. All that is so counterproductive. You just got to cut that. Also, where does your stress come from? A lot of stress really destroys our mindset, and stress has to do with the part of the brain called the amygdala, which handles anger. So it's very related. So we've got to get rid of our stressors. Catch yourself stressing. Where is it coming from? Is it worth stressing? The truth is, very few things in life are truly worth stressing about. It's easier to just ignore some things that are stressing you, or create a plan to constructively solve it, or to mitigate and minimize the stress. And now let's talk about emotional intelligence and how to use it to your advantage. This is something that didn't exist as a field in Napoleon Hill's time, so we have the advantage of this. The idea behind emotional intelligence is we can take a lot of our emotions, get to the root of them, why are they occurring, and reverse course. So if you're disappointed, angry, sad about something, catch that moment and catch yourself from reacting. Give yourself some space and time from the situation. Step away. Don't engage, step away. That's key. When you step away, you're going to give yourself that time to identify the trigger and plan for next time to avoid the trigger for that negative emotion. Also, here's an example. Every emotion has a counter positive emotion, right? A negative emotion has a counter. So for example, if you are feeling anger or frustration, instead of taking it out in a bad way, there's a constructive way. For example, if you're like an athlete, if you play, people say playing with a chip on their shoulder, they take anger and they channel it to play better, to give it more, to push harder. You can do that in your work. Push harder, prove people wrong. Don't lash out, but do it in a constructive way, but channel that anger. So it's up to you. So beyond this course, I strongly recommend looking into emotional intelligence. It can help you professionally in many ways. This is something that's very learnable, and these are skills that can be easily acquired. And if you really want to go the extra mile, I recommend keeping track of your emotions. You can keep a log of negative emotions. For most people, this is not a great option. Like, I know I'm not that detailed that I'm going to keep a log, but it will help you identify how many times an emotion is occurring and the roots. Maybe it's all really just from the news. And if it's really that, it's relatively easy to solve. Just turn it off or come up with other fixes for the problem. And that's it. That's how I do it. And of course, there's all the other things we talked about. Affirmations, surrounding yourself with positive people, things like that. This will help you control your conscious, make you waste less time being angry or frustrated, and make you more productive right away.